Hello guys, good morning. Welcome again to another new episode of ours. This is what we do on a day-to-day basis, and it's now part of us. It's part of our DNA, and we are just not able. We are not able to avoid it. It just happens automatically that I have to be here on a daily basis on the charts to show you how this thing is done and to guide you through this journey. I'm Emmanuel Sitati, the CIO of Quick Capital Connect, and I'll be taking you through financial market analysis, through back-tested data, live data, and forward-tested data. Your work as a student now is to take notes and do your research. Go and find the things I'm going to show you here on your own charts. Go and do your own research on the times I'm going to provide to you here, so that you understand what I'm going to teach you today. Failure, of which it will be very difficult for you to understand these things because they are very technical. So this is the third quarter of the day, and the red line, as you can see, is the daily open. Our third quarter opened at exactly 12:00. This is the third quarter that opened on 12, and it's also an hour. It's also a 4-hour open, and as I told you, this model that I'm going to teach you is revolving around the expansions and distributions of our 4 candlesticks, coupled by the market structure of the overall bigger time frames, so that you get the setups. So on your charts, the day opened, then it created a low. This is the low of the day. We just want to define our dealing range now. The low of day, and there is the high of day that the day has so far created. That's the range you are dealing with. And as you can see, at the London close, the markets broke the structure to the downside. The markets broke structure to the downsides. Let me just mark it so that people can see, It takes time to do this, but we just have to do it because it's the only way to forge yourself into success. You have to also to fake yourself into success and just be successful before you try investing real money in this stuff. Because if you are not successful in your mind, you will not be patient and you will not trust the setup. You will be afraid of losing. So as you can see, after breaking the structure to the downside, we ran the buy stops. We raided the stops. Exactly when we opened our kill zone at 14:00, we ran buy side energetically and resulted to an inducement that caused more buyers to enter the market, and a displacement. The displacement is just evident. As you can see, the fair value gap was mitigated, and basing on our system now, the Fibonacci retracement tool, this is a measured move. As you can see, the range that caused the displacement was measured, and we found a retracement above the 50%. The fair value gap mitigated, and as you can see, the displacement, the downside, the resistance on the 4-hour open, and evidently all of this is happening above the daily open. And you have to understand the candlestick formation pattern. The candlesticks always open, forms a high, a low, then closes. So those are your dealing ranges. These are the tools you will employ for the rest of your life. Very simple tools, strategic times, and a measurable system. I'm just presenting to you a system, an ATM machine, and I'm presenting to you with all my heart. I'm presenting the ATM to you with all that I have in my life. This is a system. This is the setup you are going to be looking for in your charts on a daily basis. This is the setup we all want to own. This is now like a Mercedes Benz. This is now like an aeroplane. If you want that aeroplane, you must work for it. If you want that machine, if you want this machine, you'll have to work for it tirelessly. You'll have to sweat, my friend. That's how it happens. So as you can see, we broke the structure to the downside, mitigated the fair value gap above 50%. We were not on the charts at this period of time, and as you can see, the daily openings and all these openings are or always act as support and resistance points. And I've taught you for a while. I've taught this for a while, and these things are now obvious. You can see them. These are set up on its own again. The one here, after the 12-hour opening, we took out sell side liquidity. Then this is an obvious displacement to the upside. I know you can evidently see it. And a fair value gap was caused, a break of structure, retracement back below 50%, displacement, breaking structure to the upside, fair value gap. There's a daily opening there, there's a 4-hour opening there. High probability support areas, and as you can evidently see, you can define your stop loss on this setup here and place your take profit at 161.8, and you just earn automatically, just like that, using the system. And as if you are not done, you can see now the bigger one, the bigger picture now in the marketplace, the displacement, favor, and all this is happening on the minute 2 time frame. When you are intra-session trading, we do intraday trading, but now these are session. You are working with a session. The system works per session. It works per day. It works per week. It works per hour, per 4 hours, and the cycle continues like that. Just be keen and listen. Just be keen and listen. Don't deviate from what I'm trying to tell you here. These are the things that you just have to listen and take notes. This is like you have just joined a course in a university. Maybe you're going to learn on how to become a doctor. You're going to learn on how to become a teacher. You're going to learn on how to become a farmer, an economist. So I'm privileged enough to be here teaching you how to make and manage money on the financial marketplaces, how to multiply the money, how to divide risks, and how to make money consistently, how to make it a success, how to be successful. Because let me tell you guys, before doing this thing here, you must have a successful mind. You must be successful in whatever you are doing in life. Your operations must be successful. Everything, you must work out everything in your life to be a success, so that you become organized even on the charts, you become strategic, and you accept the risks, you trust the plan, and you follow the plan, and you have a predefined stop loss and exit points. So today I'm going to teach you about the working principles of the human mind. And to apply these principles, it calls for sufficient imagination to enable you see and to understand that accumulation of money cannot be left to chance or luck. Our brains work in a systematic manner. When you skip information, you get lost immediately. That's why I recommend that you take notes when I teach you these things, because if you just ignore and try watching them as if you are watching as if you are watching Netflix movies over here, you will never learn anything. These are subjects, topics that I have segmented them, and I will also have, if I recruit learners into my private classes now, then I will have to take each and every learner on his or her own routine that meets his or her own specifications. So to make money here requires that you undergo a process of development. That is, like now you have a dream of acquiring money. Then you hope for the best and wish that you become rich. For that to happen, you have to build up desire, and only the interested individuals do that. From there, you automatically end up planning before acquiring the real money now. On this market here, failure looks like this. Failure looks like that guy who just quitted, that guy who never finished watching these videos of mine. They just want quick money, and they don't want to go into details. They want shortcuts. Shortcuts don't work here. They don't work here. You will have to follow the plan, however hard it might look. You will have to undergo the pains, the growing pains of trying in vain and not giving up. So the basic things that I'm telling you here is that the daily openings, monthly openings, 4-hour openings, hour 1 openings, coupled with the market structure of the instrument we were defining, and on a time-based basis, you have to be hunting this setup during the specific times of days. Not just any time you feel like you want to do something, or let me just press the buttons to see if I will make money or to see what happens. You never learn anything by doing that. You must follow a process, you must follow a plan, so that when you make a mistake, you can also identify it. Because you know there are some people who make mistakes, but they don't know if they have made any mistake. In fact, you have to remind them that they have made a mistake, and also to correct, and also to guide them through it. So it takes time to reach a level whereby you just know doing this will cost me money. It will cost you money. It will cost you money that you'll be able to find out if the system is working. That's the money this thing will cost you. And if you follow these skills religiously, if you do follow them without having to seek validation from anyone, then I promise success. I promise that these things will happen and you will become successful. So you just have to know that You must be an intense dreamer who has vision and the imagination to see realities in your mental and spiritual form before they have been transmuted into physical form. Before you make money here, my brother, let me tell you, you must have defined your stop loss. You must have identified the fair value gap as they are happening. The whole of this movement here has now been created on your mind because the Fibonacci retracement tool has already projected the outcomes of the system, the outcomes of the model. They are there present on your charts. So you place your take profits systematically at strategic positions so that when they do fail, then the stop loss saves you from the damage. I hope we are together. And if you do not see great riches in your imagination, if you can't see the beauty of this chart before it actually happens, if you can't make the setup attractive before it do happens, then you will never see them in your bank balance. I'm talking to you passionately like this because I really want to create money making machines over here. I want you to be your own boss. I want you to manage your emotions in a systematic manner. I want you to be focused and I want you to be determined and to have a burning desire to be able to identify these things, to be able to identify what I'm teaching you here real time on your charts. This is something that if you have accepted to be part of this profession, you'll have to give up a lot in your life. You'll have to give out a lot. Because let me tell you, doing these things with the same mindset you had when you are in Form 4, doing these things with the mindset you had, maybe let's say 2 years, you have never read any book. For good 2 years, you have never read any book. You have never done any research. You have never found anything that stimulates your mind, that challenges your mind to think even better, that makes you think you just have to do it. You have got no other option in this world, that this is the only thing you are supposed to be doing so that you become what you want in life. And the precision I'm showing you here is immaculate. The precision is undeniable, and let me tell you, I'm one of a few people who can teach you this thing for free. This thing has made many millionaires in this world, and as long as you have capital, if you have money and you have accepted the risks and you have a system that has been planned, you have tested the system for at least 2 good years, and you have showcased the pros and cons of the system. You understand how it works, you understand how it fails, you understand where it do work well and at what time it do work efficiently. Those are just some of the things that you'll have to be learning them through pain. You have to be learning them through pain, because nothing comes easy, my friend. Nothing comes easy. You have to fight for this, and for you to fight for this effectively, you must be having no any other backup in your life. This is the only thing you have to do, and if you don't do it, then you are a failure. If you don't be successful in it, then you are a loser. But that's one of the worst mindsets you'll ever have in your life. Losers define how successful you are. If you lose and you keep on avoiding losing, then you will avoid success, because success presents itself in form of bottlenecks in form of hurdles that if you just conquer one of them, then the next one, just one step from giving up, that's the step that only the bold, only the aggressive, only the one person, only those who have definite purpose to acquire whatever they want in life. So let us continue. So after breaking the market structure, mitigating the fair value gap, we displaced again. We are just forming lower lows, and remember we are on our kill zone. So you can sell from here, you can sell once we took out buy side liquidity, you can sell after the market structure shift, after the retracement, you can sell after the resistance or on the 4-hour opening. There are many ways to enter the market if you know the narrative. The entry point does not matter. The entry point doesn't matter as long as you understand market structure, you understand the institutional order flow, you understand the markets, you understand you also understand yourself, how you react, how you behave to certain things. These are some of the things that will define how successful you will become in this industry. So you can see the daily opening also resisting prices to the downside. This is just evident on your charts. It has not been hidden from you guys. I'm just teaching you this thing once and for all, and you'll never find anything like this in any book. This is something that I've researched, and my mentor is ICT. If you think I'm cheating you, I advise that you also go to the ICT channel and find out by yourself that what I'm teaching you here is the truth. It's the truth. There's nothing more than this thing in this world. Just wishing and hoping that everything will get you into place. You have to have desire, and with a state of mind that becomes an obsession. Then you can see it when you just go to your charts and you see where price is and what it's doing. You see it. That's the goal. That's what we want to do. That's now the dream. That's now the dream. That's now the dream. You have to have a burning desire that now makes you obsessed. Then you plan, my brother. You plan for definite ways and means to acquire riches, and you back those plans with persistence and resilience and determination, which does not recognize failure. You only recognize the bold moves, the astonishing ones. The failures, you learn from them. You don't bank on them. You don't back them up. You don't recognize them. That will bring you riches automatically. Because if you just follow this system and you enter and place a stop loss and you take a walk, you will just come back. The money you invested has worked for you successfully. So let me explain to you why I entered this trade here. This was a trade I entered, and it was a total profit of $12.84 US. It was a high risk trade because I entered below 50% of our dealing range, and that can be very frustrating if you're just beginning and you don't know the candlestick formations and the market structure. I entered here because after the resistance from the daily open, so far we have got 3 resistance points here. So I entered confidently because I knew all of these points of resistance existed on this chart here. So I risked because my stop loss, I placed it at this position here, just above the daily open. I hope you are seeing. So if prices could have find their way up and took my stop loss, then it means that I was very, very wrong, because the daily open and the 4-hour turn support once they get broken. They do turn support more oftenly than not. And another backup plan was that there was an inverted fair value gap that was present, and buy side liquidity was also taken on a minute 1 time frame. You can go back to minute 1 and see by yourselves. And after taking out sell side, after taking out buy side liquidity and this fair value gap, you can evidently see I entered the trade and paid myself at exactly 261.8, because that was the system range. It's not something you are just thinking and guessing. Remember, there is also a law of day here, the sell side liquidity. So there are many factors to consider. There's a law of the day, the sell side liquidity. You consider it, and as you can see, the prices were hit successfully. I'm just teaching you passionately because I know these are the things that you will be experiencing in your charts on a daily basis forever. Imagine forever. This is not something that will stop working. This is not something that you will just wake up in the morning and it's gone. This is a world market. And let me tell you, it's manipulated. So you'll just have to work for it. You will have to work for it, my bro. And I believe it's possible, because I've done my research and I'm writing a book. This is a library I'm creating on here. This is a library for generations, for my generations, a library for my friends, a library for strangers, for my kids. This is a library. There is no monetary value attached to it, but the monetary value attached to it is for the partners, for those who want to help us make this dream a success, for those who want to make us understand what we are trying to reveal to the world. Because I'm feeling like I'm just conversing to 1 million people right now, and I'm not doing this in vain. I'm doing this because I know one day, one time, a day is coming that this thing will be known to the world. This thing will be accepted, and it will be used as a system. This is a proven model, and I can defend it in any given company. I can defend this model in any given company and show you consistent results that have been using this model. This is not something that I'm just picking here anyhowly and trying to sell anything here. These are system, these are model, this is an ATM machine. Just listen to the music. I want to close the video. I want to close the video now, and before I close the video, I have to tell you that a truly intelligent person welcomes new ideas, for new ideas can add to the synergy of other accumulated ideas. Listening is more important than talking, and if that were not true, God would not have given us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe to this online free library. Also turn on the notification button to be among the first people accessing this information.